feel the vibe? Everybody around me gotta feel this way to fuck with me today. Oh, what do you say? I get by the 9 to 5. Now I'm feeling alive and I got a no ride, but it's okay, baby. I'm a riding the tide in this crypto thing. As we walking through the mall, rolling up, getting ready to fucking call someone for more because we're running out, smoking out. I get 2 grams grinded up. I don't know if I have enough for you, you and me, but that's why they call it weed. If I got it, we got it. Come on and shout it. Someone's always got something to say, and if it's negative, I don't play. I don't really care what you say. I puff, and then I passed my ass right on the floor because my dumb ass couldn't fucking take no more. And this is the story that you can't ignore. Get by on the 9 to 5. Now I'm feeling alive. Do you feel the vibe? Everybody around me gotta feel this way to fuck with me today. Oh, what do you say? I get by the 9 to 5. Now I'm feeling alive and I got a no ride, but it's okay, baby. I'm a riding the tide in this crypto thing. I think it's time to dollar cost average in. And if you don't know,
Wall Street Pete's sick though in the crypto. Want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto every day? You hit this like, you hit that subscribe. From the gentleman used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange on Wall Street, talking about commodities, open outcry pit, and now we are talking about cryptocurrency, keeping you up to date. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. 1.8K videos. It's a lot of videos. And if you come on over this morning and you're checking us out, we have 2.08K subscribers. All-time highs. I'd never dreamed of having 2,000 subscribers. We could go a lot higher. We can go much more. But we're going to talk about the crypto news, keeping you up to date as much as we can. We have our internet back, and we are up to date. We had some old modeled stuff on the outside of our house, and it was causing us to have a little bit of some conflict in quick internet. I was wondering what the hell. I'm like, I pay all this money for this quick speed internet shit, and now I see it working properly. So let's get into it. Bitcoin price prediction. Bitcoin races towards 80K as Grayscale ETF records first inflows. Yes, this you're reading correctly. Grayscale's, after a slump of about almost 80 days, Grayscale's is now having the inflows of the spot Bitcoin ETF, which is very, very right on time, huh? Notably the launch of the new exchange traded funds, right? We're talking about such as the recently debuted Hong Kong ETF, which was April 30th, has further improved Bitcoin's appeal to investors, fueling its upward trajectory. So Bitcoin also hits its 1 billion transaction for the first time, hitting some milestones. This is rather a beautiful thing. And if you see here from the Grayscale's data showing you all the way from January here, January of 2024. As you come down, come on over, hit that bell, hit that like, and subscribe if you yet to do so. Coming into May 6th, finally getting some green. And as you see here, 63 Bitcoin in the money. The rest was in the red. You can see there was a negative. So we've had an outflow and now finally receiving our first inflow. Pretty exciting to see something like that. And, Grayscale gets involved in 78 days, as we see for the first time inflows by them. This is pretty exciting after a prolonged period of continuous outflow. So the Trust Exchange Traded Fund recorded its first day of net positive inflows. This is a big deal. Keeping you up to date, talking about liquidations, as you can see right here on the top side, right of my screen, the short positions, almost 1 million right there just in the last hour of wrecked positions. Let's talk about people getting liquidated and how much money, finally 1 million versus the long of 31. You can see how short everyone is getting, and right now the current market is actually showing that this could be an issue. 2.35 trillion market cap, but if you get to the daily chart, currently right now we could be receiving a double bottom, and if we are doing that, that would bring my all-time high of the Bitcoin price just down a little bit to the 90,000. So we are still in the 90,000 range, as I do believe that in June, near the end of June or in the middle sometime, we will be finding ourselves in this range most likely. So pay attention to what's happening. Even Altcoin Daily, I was excited to see. He has some TA showing that there is a big jump up from here to here on the last run that we had. And we're talking about all the way from October 2023, 24 of 2023, coming all the way up. If we got the same move as you can see here, we will be finding ourselves somewhere around the 90 to 95,000 Bitcoin. So getting into that, I'm pretty excited looking at this. This is like a falling wedge I was talking much about. You can see what's going on, and you can see from this pattern, it is almost as predicted, and we do have a double top M pattern forming right here, which would make sense. In about 10 hours and 36 minutes, we'll get a new daily candle, 35 now, paying attention and counting to see if, we do come back down. And I think this is what's going to happen. And Wall Street Beat's done it over and over and over again, right? We've done this before. But come on in, check us out. You can see this is exactly what I think is going to occur, and then eventually that is what we're going to get. So pay close attention. Screenshot this if you would like. You can see right here, I was telling you I wanted a few days in a row going to the upside. You can see we already have that accumulated. I erased them, but there was a few couple days in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're getting those wicks smaller and smaller. You can see how the big parabolic move came. Got the CME gap all the way to here. Well, there's about a few $1 billion in short liquidation positions right at the 71,000 price. So we have to pay close attention to this price right here. Very, very important. 71,300. If we start breaking above or finishing a daily candle above that, we will find ourselves in a short squeeze. This will become a parabolic move, and this will be what triggers that Bitcoin rally to the upside that will not stop. So we're looking for something like this. If you see what's happening over time, there is definitely a falling wedge coming in, and you could definitely see the resistance that makes total sense to me. Every time we hit in this symmetrical triangle pattern, that there seems to be a little bit of a slight rejection here. And you can see what's happening here. These are daily candles. So dupe, falling wedge, double top M's will continue to happen until when we get a double bottom. And I hate to be using all these colors that are the same because it's actually driving me nuts. So let's go here. We got the green tops, right? Let's make this a different color so we can see what is happening. Yellow doesn't seem to be great. I'll do like a blue. There you go. I like that actually. You can see the symmetrical triangle pattern here with these two lines coming out. We're looking to fill this in. And where's that double bottom? The double bottom pattern is probably going to take me somewhere around 59,000. I know if I pull this off, the world is going to love Wall Street, Pete, more than they may already have. So you can see right here coming in, and it makes total sense to me. 59,800 area. You can see right about there, 59.7 to be more precise. There is going to be a possible fall double bottom pattern that could develop right here. And that's what we're looking for, my friends. Not financial advice, just gentlemen twice as nice. And if we do receive that double bottom, you will see that a double W, excuse me, not an M. It'll break the trend. We'll get a reversal, and we'll be oversold, which will then eventually give us what we're looking for. So Bollinger Bands, exponential moving average ribbon. Let's see if we can get to in here and see where we're going. And you can see right here, X moving average is getting tight already. We could be lifting off from here, which would be excitement, but I don't think that could happen. I think we are going to find a double bottom here quickly first, and you can see how it's coming down. So if you like this sort of information, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We could be coming down around the 59,000 notch. If we do break through now, if we do break through and don't bounce off the 55K that we've done before, we will find ourselves trading somewhere around that 48,000. That would be an exactly 50% pullback from my Fibonacci sequence. We've done that in the past. We could do it again. It's just preparing. There is a big possibility that this falling wedge could happen, but I think we're going to break out and be fine right in this range. So 59,000 to 55,000. I do expect us to be trading one more time in that range coming in. And then after this happens, ladies and gentlemen, you can tell that all of the altcoins, and let's see if we can get some indicators out of here. It's a big mess. If you want to go over an asset, we have nobody in the super chat talking this morning. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, please, if you've yet to do so. Stochastic Oscillator, I look for a little bit of some oversold magic here, and we're actually getting a little overbought. So a lot of people are getting excited in the daily time. You can see what happens right here. You can see what happened here, right here. And what am I correlating it to? You can see it right there. You can see it right there, right? We could definitely see what's going on. I feel like Bob Ross. Remember the old guy? Little pretty pictures here, little pretty birds there. You can see the double top, and that's what's happening. We're getting the trend flip. We're looking for the trend flip. So here it is. We did break above that area. If we continue to come and break above 71.3, this is real. I don't think that's going to happen. Beating a dead horse here. I do believe that we're going to continue to come down and get a double bottom. So that's what I keep trying to teach, preach, and show you here that I believe is happening. You can see where it's going. Hydra Wild, Signo Crypto, thank you so much for your comment. We do have some assets here we could go over if you'd like, but I wanted to keep it really short, to be honest. 10-minute quick video showing you what's going on. Net Bitcoin ETF flows, and you can see what's happening and how the price is reflecting since then. So here we are, excited, and you can see the flows that are going sideways, boring action. And you already know when you get some boring sideways action, you get some selling because people get bored. They like money to see it move quick. And if you know what, well, anything we know with the impatient human, if you do sell, you're going to regret it. You can pay attention to what happens. So this is what's going on. My name is Wall Street Pete, Signo in Crypto. We are going to find a few daily here. I do believe that we do fall for about 3 days days here, at least minimum 3 days. You can see what's happening, perhaps coming all the way into May 10th. You can see here for the next 5 days. So maybe we do get the next 5 days of falls. I do believe this is strongly going to happen. You can see here, if we do break above the 66,800 on a daily candle and finished within the next 10 and a half hours, we are doing something different. This pattern, this falling wedge, is breaking out to the upside, and then we can get excited and find out that, well, in 10 hours and then half hours, 10 and a half hours at 8 o'clock Eastern Time PM, we'll know that, well, we're back off to the races and we're going up. I don't have any confirmation telling me that. No one else will tell you that but this channel. So pay attention to the double bottom pattern. We'll see what happens. I expect a few days to the downside, a little bit more FUD, and then what's going to happen is we're eventually going to break out of this huge pattern. Where is this huge pattern going to take us? Well, if you really take a peek here, the next move, and it'll probably be the next move before resistance, please understand how important this is. If we do continue to keep this progressive move up and we were to get a double bottom from here, the next exact absolute move is 79,900. I mean, really, it's 80,000. So let's be real. But you can see here, the next exact move would be 80,000 before we started coming back through. Probably find support. I'll show you what happens. If this happens, you're going to love it. If we break through, you'll see here, first spot, 80,000. What will happen? We'll probably build support at the all-time highs of 71.3. You can see here, these are top resistance levels. When you get to the top of something, you'll see here, right here, 80,000. In this range here to here, this is a really good spot. You'll see possibly resistance will start coming down. You will see that the old resistance level here, we have plenty of resistance levels here to show that 71.3 is very important and vital as a resistance marker. You will see once we start going to the top, eventually you will find Bitcoin to be finding major support at the 71.3, 71.5, somewhere around there. And if that does occur, you should actually be excited because that's going to be the next leg to the upside. So I'm excited for that. I hope you are as well. If you watch what's going on here, real quick, just to get rid of it all, watch this. This is going to get ugly, but pay attention. I do strongly believe that we're finding something like this right now. Perhaps this is the red candle that brings us down to the head here. Maybe we go a little lower, but I do think that this is something similar to what we're getting. And this, my friends, is the way all the way to June. And you can see in June 19th, look at the bottom screen, 23rd, 25th, 22nd. You can see how the right candle, and I'm just being ridiculous, but you can see how the right, if this comes down and develops into that, you will see this is what I strongly think is happening. Now, we're not going that dramatic down, you can see here, but there's a possibility 48,000. So it's kind of scary that I actually did that. Now, remember, 48,000 and 55 are two very important major levels. So I'm looking for the double bottom, like I said here, very important to get that. I'll take that as my inverted head, even somewhere in here, and then you can see what happens. It might show that we're gone. So we're looking for boring sideways action. Bullish flag, really. If you pay attention to bullish flags, this is kind of pretty much exactly what it's forming. So I want people to understand what I see, and hopefully you can see that as well. Very important to understand what is happening there. It's a big mess. Understand, though, falling wedge, same kind of thing we did here right prior, right? We did the same thing. Got the same move. So I do expect that happening. Hong Kong ETF, somewhere in there. So we're going to have fun. This is going to be a great bull run. This is going to be a great time. My name is Wall Street P. Signo Crypto. I want you to listen to this video before we go. Listen to this.
Go from fighting a revolution over a 2% tax on a breakfast beverage to what we pay today. We're taxed on money when we receive it, when we spend it, when we keep it, when we invest it, and even when we die with it. It gets worse. We commute to work to make that money in a car that is taxed again to register on roads we're already taxed to build, fueled by gas that is taxed even further, and many times through tolls that tax you again. And that's to maintain bridges and highways and tunnels that already have billions of dollars, taxpayer dollars, allocated to them, and they're still falling apart. Oh,
unbelievable.
The more money you make and the more you pay in taxes warrants the government taking more and even higher percentages of your money.
Now, my favorite part comes up here. He talks about how the tolls and how the bridges stop getting paid. I mean, they keep getting fixed, but it's like at one point, where is this money going? They have billions and billions of dollars.
Now, if you're angry, hold that thought. Our federal tax code is 2,600 pages. But if you read that tax law cover to cover and you did your taxes solely based on that, you'd probably go to jail. Why? Because that does not include the over 9,000 pages of additional IRS regulations that were never passed into law, but rather written by some bureaucrat sitting in his office that we still have to abide by. So much for of by and for the people. We revolted on a tax on tea
250 years ago.
Our founding fathers are
rolling in their graves right now, and I agree.
How did we
It's sick. we have big problems, and why Bitcoin could solve many of them. I see many people out there this morning. Ricky, long time no see, is absolutely correct. Wow, it's been a while. Nice to have you, Mr. Mike, in there. And Dustin, been a while to see you as well. So I hope everyone understands what's going on. Bitcoin is doing certain things, and I do see we are getting rejection exactly at the spot where we should be. So creating new lower highs here, as you can see, that is the trend coming down. And we will continue to get this until we develop that double bottom. I'm showing you in blue where I believe this double bottom may occur. It could definitely develop at that 55. I hope everyone has enjoyed the video. I hope you understand these are short videos compared to what we used to do, believe it or not. 15 minutes. Somebody wants to go over Shiba Inu. I would love to go over. We could check it out. But many times before I've said we're having trouble around the 21. I don't think this is it, but you can see here Shiba Inu. This could be really disgusting. This could be really, really disgusting. So I want people to see we have 10 hours and 25 minutes. This is going to be very, very important right now. These 10 hours and 30 minutes, this is very vital for Shiba Inu. You can see exactly what I'm talking about and how beautiful that these trends happen. We're going to do Shiba Inu just as an example to show many, many people what we're looking at. And right currently now, I do see here that we are having an issue right around the 50%. So we're getting that 21 level, but you can see exactly what's going on. So let's get into it. Let's break it down. Bullish flag, very, very bullish flag. I mean, it's to the T. A lot of people are going to see what's happening. And if you could, you might want to see here that if this candle doesn't finish, it's a daily candle. Each candle represents a full day of what it did. And you can see the trend line, right? Totally to the downside. It is keeping a trend of, well, when it hits resistance, it just keeps creating that. And it's following along exactly with what Bitcoin's doing, of course. And don't tell me that this isn't a double top M pattern that just keeps giving you that dead cat bounce. So what we're looking to do here is probably to find ourselves in this pattern and still do this sort of thing all the way to about 3,000. I have done a video on Instagram, so if you're not interested, follow me at Instagram. These are some of the crazy things I talk about. And the prediction right now for Hong Kong for annual, what is that? Annual 1 billion AUM. I actually want to check that out, I think, under management. But checking that out, that's a big prediction for $1 billion ETF. That's a lot of money coming in, right? Just from Hong Kong. We're talking about that. And we're talking about Shiba Inu and what we could see here. And, well, I sold some and I needed some money. And what's going to happen is I'm going to definitely make more money on some trades here. And what we're going to do is we're going to probably buy back down here. But please be super careful. The 19 can reoccur here, but I think that this is the bottom for Shiba Inu. We could be very, very, very happy if we get to test one more time. So please be very super careful. You can see the 2272 level. What could happen? And this is exactly what I think could happen with Shiba Inu. You'll get a double M rejection. You see how this is an M rejection? And I'll show you in yellow. This is a double M rejection. You wanted to do an M top. You can see here. Where is the rejection? The rejection is right here. Right there. It was about to go down and continue to give a falling knife. And what happened? Well, we got a rejection. And it got up, and this is what's going to happen. It's going to fill the gap. And you can see here, coming all the way to the top, where would our sellout be? About 3,500 for Shiba Inu. It would be the top of this wedge right here, the symmetrical triangle pattern. And this is kind of what I'm expecting. Now, if somehow we go a little lower, I really don't know if that's possible, but anything in crypto is possible, so please don't ever say that. There is a small chance, an opportunity, that we would find ourselves around the 1,700 zone. We already kind of got a fish tail there on April 14th, April 13th in that area. So you can see we did get that. But we could finally get one more big fall here and then get that V-shaped womp, which is what we're looking here, but a big shape recovery. This is Shiba Inu, and then you would see here, and that would break up nicely. So as you can see in the past, we've done very similar things. Look at this big cup and handle. As you see here, there's a humongous cup and handle in this chart. And we're talking about the daily, and we're talking about, 2 years, but this is still fantastic. We created a handle in like 2 years, and look how beautiful that is. Once we start coming back to the up and creating another cup and handle inside, you're going to see that 3,500. That makes total sense. And I've done this millions of times, showing you cup and handles inside cup and handles. This will be very high volatile waves. But you can see ultimately, what is this? An upward W. And finally, that will create, and we will get enough volume that'll get us to the top. And Shiba Inu will probably shake some people's heads because a lot of people did not believe that it could come back to the price of where it was. be surprised. A lot of these crypto assets are going to come back. A lot of these crypto assets are going to surprise many people. Coming down almost back to $100 now, getting back to the 200 range for Solana. Don't be surprised once we get back above the 170 range, we will find ourselves near the 200 breaking again. Avalanche, great buy at the $33. As we know, that was at the time. Chainlink went all the way down to about 13 and change. We could have got it at that point in time. Very, very, very exciting to see what's happening in the last 7 days. You can see, the government prints money, but if you start paying attention to the cryptocurrency market, the cryptocurrency market prints money. I don't know if you really get that in the high volatile waves. You can honestly sit here with a lot of cash and just wait for a rainy day. It's not a joke. I mean, it feels like a joke. It feels like a circus. You can sit here and just wait, watch it rally and do what it does, right? We know, and then we're already bought. But when it goes down, you got 7 days and it's going down and everyone's going, oh my God, it's going to 20K now finally. No, knucklehead. People are manipulating it to the downside. What is going to happen? All of these whales are buying at the same time. What will happen? We will cause buying pressure. People still forget that the halving is here, and people still forget that October is coming. And before you know it, we're going to have a wonderful summer. And if you're not accumulating during the summer, it'll probably be your last chance to see Bitcoin at these prices. So understand what's happening. My name is Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. I hope you have a fantastic day. We talked about Shiba Inu. We talked about Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market on how this is important. Hong Kong's involved for the first time. We are going to have a lot of buying pressure. And the halving is just starting all over again. We're doing the blockchains, 1 billion transactions hitting milestones. And what's happening? Well, it's getting a little more scarcity. And I think people are really forgetting what is happening. The scarcity is real as steel, just like this channel. And I really appreciate every one of you. If you don't hit this like button, I'd be a little disappointed. So I'd appreciate it right now. If you've yet to do so, please right now. This is your time. Hit that like button. I will see you in the next video. I'm going to try and do some shorts on altcoins, meme coins. But if you can't watch to the end and tell me, hey, I want to go over this, I want to go over that, I can't help you. So I'm watching. I see every comment. I see every like. I see every positive. I see every negative. Come on over. Hit that bell notification. Become a part of the Wolves. And when you see we go live, you'll get this information. We share it together. We're a wonderful family, and we plan on doing really big things in the future. I've been talking about fighting and helping the hunger for probably ever. I really can't wait for it to actually happen. We'll see. We'll get to about 10,000 subscribers, and then those things will probably really start happening. Like, we will be able to make a massive impact. I know I say it at the end of the video. It's probably not a good time. Maybe we should open up some of our videos talking about our goals and our thoughts here. But I just want you to know I appreciate every one of you. If you could hit that like button, you would be changing the algorithm for this channel very much. Have a great day and be careful trading. None of this is financial advice.